Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Rababiah coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, China and Iran is teaming up. So I got this quick video where it was talking about the deal that China and Iran made, where China is going to supply Iran with weaponry, with missiles, and America's in uproar about it. But, that's where we at, So before I go any further, I want to say that this video is for teaching purposes, fair use, fair use. But yeah, so, America is upset about it, but there's nothing they can do about it because there's no laws against what they're doing, And America supply whoever they want, whatever they want, and now they'll get upset if when China or when the other countries try to band together to fight them. So anyway, I want to go to a quick scripture because it talks about in the scriptures about these other countries that did business with America are now against them. You think about China. America made China wealthy, in the past, but this is where we at right now. They're against each other to a certain extent. It says, let's go to Obadiah. Let's go to verse 6. Chapter 1, verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the borders. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate the bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is no understanding in him. So the men that were at peace with America were in bed with these people. They made money. They had business transactions together, and now they laid a wound. They laid a trap for America. This is a snare that was put by China and Iran to destroy America. And believe it or not, America, with the situation with Iran started that. They put that together, and they're going to pay a price. Their power that they had, or that they have, the sword that they have in their hand, is to make them drunken. But anyway, let me play this video. Check this video out.
China is selling Iran missiles. Check it out. What should we think of this? What does it say?
Thank you very much. Both China and Iran are two fully independent countries with their sovereignty. And there is no international law which prohibits China and Iran to engage with each other in commercial transactions. And China happens to produce some of the most sophisticated missiles of all kinds. And it's absolutely right for China and Iran to size up each other and engage in whatever economic and commercial transactions they desire to do that, including involving such military missiles. And I think the whole world should be put on notice that both China and Iran will have full sovereign right to do such commercial transactions with each other.
The whole world put on notice today.
And no country should pretend to be surprised. Well, it is clear to everyone in the world in decency that Iran is not threatening the United States with war or military confrontation. It is just the opposite. The United States is threatening war against Iran, coupled with Israel. Therefore, let's really clarify who is at fault, who is not at fault. Iran is not threatening war against the United States. It's the United States threatening war against Iran.
At the beginning of the year, I told you all about this wide range of missiles that China has, and everybody was like, oh, China don't know anything about how the United States...
I want to say this right quick. Now, they said that Iran has not threatened the U.S. U.S. has threatened Iran. And remember I told you about that power that they have is perverted. Let's go to Isaiah 47:10. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. So that's the spirit that Esau has with him. And, you know, right now it's messing him up. You know, he's on a short end of this war, you know, and this whole campaign against Iran and Venezuela is so this devil could stay in power. You know, that's his, he wants to keep his hand over the earth. Go ahead and play this video.
It's operating things like magnitude. And cool, that's fine. China may or may not know. But now China is having exchanges in commerce with Iran. And guess what they're doing? They're exchanging those economic missiles, those missiles that can change an economy. And geographically, the United States is in a tough situation because they have to go back, get the things they need, then come back and fight. You have Iran partnering with China. They have a pipeline of missiles coming to them. And then on top of that, Israel is in a bad position because if China decides to jump in and decide that, hey, look, we don't even want Israel to exist anymore, China has the means to lock in with Iran and make that happen. So, look, the United States made a bad decision. Yeah. They threatened Iran. Iran made a partnership with China, and China is more than happy to support them. And this is where we are. So China is selling Iran missiles. Check it out.
Wow. You know, and again, the thing against America.
So China is selling.
The reason why America, aka Babylon, has such a big problem because all their aim is to stay in power, to keep their hand over the earth. You know, and that's why they go into great lengths because they know that their time is short. That their whole economy that they have here is falling apart. Let's go to Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So that's Esau. Esau feels like he's going to always stay in power. And when all else fails, what do? The first thing they do is mislead and lie about everything. You know, it talks about him being, let's get that. Let's go to Job chapter 13, verse 4. It says, but ye are forger of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. And this is America. Everything that they do, they forge lies, you know. They never tell the whole truth. They'll give you a portion of the truth, a piece of the truth. But as we stand right now, America's in a bad way, you know. And things are just going to get worse. We got one more prophecy, and things are going to start speeding up. I'm going to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. By the way, that one prophecy is the microchip. The micro C-hip is coming. So shalom till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.